accident now da e be your one say resuscitation obenya be survive no obi amfiu.
That's right.
The video they are to TikTok. That is the situation. So we fancy being the first person to break the news. So some of the big TV stations were showing Amanfo Musu, Amanfo Cocoa Bottom, and they were running commentary. But it wasn't as if it was deliberate. They were explained to you at the time, and indeed, so we share videos now. You could see some of the bodies were on fire. Burn body bag ne rubber.
That's right.
And this I would shame definitely the banana.
So the intent
yes. And again, there are a whole lot of conspiracy theories, and I was very disappointed when I listened to the Adan MP. Oh yes, I was very, very disappointed. Madam Comfort Doyo. Yes, very, 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 very disappointed. Alaska, you see, on any ordinary person, this is a member of parliament with a lot of clout, and somehow people take you serious. Issues are back. The military phenomenon begin investigation.
That's right.
As at now, nobody can, your friends say, conclusively tell us what actually happened.
That's right. Now,
at this level, a conjecture, a supposition, a assumptions, a opinion, or be a challenge there. But for a member of parliament who should know better to be granting interviews, explode a VM.
Now, a bomb.
A bomb. Come on. Come on, I think that a low maybe obi to no phone table with Jackasa because it's kind of unfortunate, and I think that is that particular way crying and inform me.
Ghana Armed Forces.
More because you see, when people are on social media and they are saying these things about when high-profile individuals in higher position begin to make some of these analogies, Alaska bomb, when the bomb.
So you may be forced to come out with evidence.
Exactly, because Nipa now can't say no Nipa Ketua.
And NPP doesn't code their the Ghana Police Service said they should go for him.
Hey, yes, it's true.
And it's justifiable.
Oh yes, because when you're forensic expert. Team no matter on investigation, no one can. So can't we just keep quiet for a period and watch something? But an American, you see, you'll be assemblies in a you'll be yeah. But you see, I can't just say in governance and politics, whenever emotions overrun your sense of thinking, on here over your mistake. So yesterday, I was shocked. Or cover team be free baby about my investigation when the report be a man or speak it to an answer
out of emotion,
and for me I think that was quite unfortunate. So yeah, and she's not the only person, but because of the profile in Tina, people were worried about. So I think that acceptance in the UBI, but let us hasten slowly. Now now investigations be as no. You can sit down and make your assumptions because quiet play no fast na catch us Alaska. Pass, maybe they're several meters away. One thing I catch on is there was a first impact.
That's right.
There was a first impact. So that impact, what is it? Either say hit and I say anything can happen. And son of the eventual crash site in ABC. A sea and I catch a fire and answer saying all these things, And I think what kind of armed forces statement in a Babontina clearly a much say even it takes some engaging international agencies because in capacity in terms of equipment you can sit and boast. We are limited.
Exactly.
I remember when Abraham Mode we no call South Africa whole lot of discussion as if when I'm say DNA testing and as if you see it's not as if say Ghana you need capacity to do DNA test. But you see South Africa is more advanced. Nipa no mo kramoni wom and they need it quickly. South Africa want the resources to do this thing quickly within a day for you. Okay. But Ghana, we don't have that particular thing. And again, Ghana higher, you need another test for a confirmatory test. I'm a catcher say over hospital now, over HIV test now a test positive. You go back home for 6 good months to do a confirmatory test. Because your friend is saying when your infection incubation period near 6 months.
Okay.
And say nipa no when you test one now. We have other confirmatory tests that sometimes the final test might be done after 6 months. Exactly. So I think I know you are my cost of honor. A scientific way. What is an so you do confirmatory test. And South test, South Africa for the result. Yes, we can blame ourselves over the years. We should have these things, and these are some of the things you move in. Alaska could $97 million.
Yes.
Now we need facility to do some of these things. plane crowd with nipa better crowd with nibia na bisa am say nyansa ba na osa anema we. So I think that it was because of the situation, the urgency they needed because cramofo no wouldn't be fan 12 away. They needed it. That is why quickly omonsa kai na the following day just to confirm as am making. And then the other ones, you know, so taking it to South Africa, and yes, it's because we are constrained in terms of time. And yeah, test there are a lot of tests that I must send it to South Africa. Now, I'm a catch will be this your friends say lab team of Mokroma, one of the biggest Lancet in South Africa. In the Okona or Mokase, test 2 weeks time, and you know they carry everything to South Africa. Yeah, so some of these things, you know, it's often done. You understand? And because they needed a quick way, you know, we do some of these things. But I say, "Baby, you do now. Man for any abrinty, and they be on behubiano. People want to voice and speak about it. And I think that you also boy in the nation building. I can get your priorities right as a country. And then back to your friends are playing now. There are a whole lot of conversations. The state of the plane, whether say your papa and your papa, and then I say for. But let me clear this particular thing on the minds of people. Say. But who's about for air circulate say plane no date of manufacture. Ebi abeko 1870, 1770 Alaska. Plane enters a car. 92.3. Plane as I think say plane are use for commercial no. There are 2 companies omo manufacture about 70%. Airbus and then your friend saying oh, this American Airbus UK and is it Boeing? Yes, Boeing. These 2 companies who are the major aircraft manufacturer was as we so. And how quite yearly the number of planes are producing, no, it will shock you. Kitwebi. And the plane, this is what happens. And your plane is a car, few way, no.
Okay.
And most of the plane are commercial way, your planes are plane, no. They have a way of doing an overhaul.
Okay.
And do better no, not the whole Tuntrung on Kwana ye adia. Tuntrung wana a plane and Casana Bena ye no. Somewhere 1990. But everything won't be a brand
new. Okay.
And the Ukwana checking the date of manufacture now by your analysis. So one tiasia you make a okay, Sesiabanoka saying plane me no I will be a I had the most advanced. I had the Air Force One and then the Trump plane.
Okay.
Trump plane no use no say the Trump Force One. Yes, for that particular plane was manufactured 1991. So plane no who na modern plane na air competing no. Trump plane no
1991.
Yes, and your friends say I think say Canadian your friends a Mexican company be and a toy and no use also to free obinsam. And the Trump I had the 3rd or 4th person to go and buy that particular plane. It was manufactured 1991. But Enam say plane no. They have a way of doing the whole change out of it. Everything, because you can change the engine, you can change everything, turn into a VIP because Sir Trump plane, no, not first, no, a commercial plane.
Okay.
Plane or on the VIP plane, no, a commercial plane. Some 3 other companies.
Be the bottle.
Oh, be the yes, Sanet here, and on one far, and what turning need to become way. So a year time of manufacture, no. All the genesis analysis or more 19 no and now your friends Russia most of the planes now more they fight or Ukraine Soviet era your friends machines and no more use but you have to they have a way of reconfiguring it purpose to serve a different purpose. Ukraine most of the way no more use no Soviet era planes right. But you can reconfigure it to look modern. But it doesn't mean to check it date of manufacture now the year. So I've listened to a lot of people on TV and in 1990 no. Those who know the analysis are you have to be very careful because date of manufacture in terms of plane different from car.
Okay.
So I think that particular thing has to be made clear. And then other issues are also and your friends say any good condition any say no. I think that you and I are concerned about the current state because some of the your friends saying helicopter na secret man Alaska ya do ko gina ho safura wo mforo especially our police for dey be o mo ka ho asemi na de be 5 ne yasoso abom na wo kwatana de na de na wi
anu kwa de o say e dey experiment
na hwe na no de akwati ma nkokọ o de kokọ gina ye na sa de we do tena betena de we because ade wo kwatram de tu ko wan kasa na wo suicide say ya chewo because wan kasa person ku hu dada na ade we na ade we na wiem na ko wu a I think you see I think that we need to have a very frontal conversation about some of these things. Now you making sure say retool ye army na ye retool. And for me that is the reason why me I am not quick to blame the armed forces. And the Ghana army say, Alaska, they don't finance themselves.
That's right. A government of Ghana.
A government of Ghana is supposed to finance them. A friend of mine told me that they went to Sudan for a program for peacekeeping. Sudano. No, omukoko duru ye no. Sudan a obehia comedy obia no atu ekura omo soldiers na se for no. Na omo look like a scout.
As a movie ekura se na eba.
Yes, but this is Ghana army.
Eso onu su kita wa na ehunu so he the door.
Yes. So I think that you see the army no finance ne ho. Jet, we can blame them for na yakoto jet mona mama sen kombeje.
That's right.
What I say. So I think we need to get our priorities right as a country because the yame yapa na say nipa na akunu no. Aya Dr. Maneboamano. Aya one person always and always
fighting for.
In the last address in Parliament, he was hitting on this jet army. No, there is a need to retool the army by providing some of these things. So now, and every occasion we will demonstrate your concern. Say, oh man, we need to do some of these things. And the Sabana say, army no play no more. You friend saying. That Alacha plane. Do you blame who do you blame the army?
Absolute.
Alaska, they don't finance themselves. I'm gonna to all the plane bomb beje. What I say? And there are some of the near money be or and papa. It doesn't matter the kind of service and then as a form of the bay a
That's right.
And I answer a maintenance coach a problem for us. So I think when these things are coming up, I know who details actually the state and not playing room and then as a form. But for me, listen to all the conjecture, everything running around. I think it was an accident.
That's right.
From some of the analysis I caused because I heard said plane no at first attempted to land. I was bossing and to turning around, and I think say your first level na or no because of air foggy into he was navigating over a hill.
That's right.
A very top part of it. Unfortunately, we are sure that level na or no na free set were cross so. Unfortunately, no. Now he was still in the wood because I remember his simulation be na your friend saying some pilots be a gauge the level no. What the hair say level we are taking some cost straight at the likelihood that might hit that particular mountain no is high, but because of the foggy and the way situation no, because not all prepared to land. That's so right. You know may not be at 4,000 feet. Now or drop it looking for a safer place because I said wa call boasi or call land there not a place was foggy. So turning around, you know, you might not go 400 feet again.
Missing way.
Exactly. So situation. So I think that maybe it took them by surprise and as for now the call hit that particular that edge of the mountain and so three in as for now when ma. Your friends saying we no escataye and sana ekunya that particular impact. These are your friends possible you've way betumi aka. But I think say various conclusions now man for run it to me. I think say we need to wait for the investigation. But there yenye ho ade wo krom ha see yekoye investigation abo na mon twen yen ya twen report ma Alaska I me no nte ase na obo ase na anu ada yekoku man for ho.
That's right.
Emma, we were assured so when Chebia report the investigation. What investigation was them?
No.
Since January, February, no report has come out. And then we catch the guy and he said play no report Baba Nipa will not take you serious. Ebiakem my or was it there you kun man for about 4 or 5 people was ye bomu to train kuomo besin ne obi en who are investigating nothing has happened. And the Uber investigation air coursework, people will not take you serious. It's the reason why Ghana so no we live by the moment. As some of us will be a Canada after 1 week anyway. What is a lumba bia wo kroma saying? What is a lumba bia wo kroma bia? E ba ya gidi. Say what is obi akra mo lumba bia? Sana yeti nipa bia we live by the moment. We ya air course gidi. After 1 week obi akra nkai biem. Obi akrang, that is who we are. And young KBM no, na investigations no and no akwakwada. I think say we need to change the way we do our things. Sabaya manfo benya trust and confidence in the system. Sabaya manfo be who say states can be relied upon for some of these things to be done. And Alaska back to prophecy. Nna say for my because you see I can't we a Christian, be a Christian. We believe in God. But Alaska I think that it is about time I ever separate governance and this religious things, you know. Okay. They are separate things altogether. So when you're careful, now you get confused. Because you see, issues of faith and religion, you know, cannot be illuminated by reason or common sense. Obi that's what I may say as to whether say make sense or not, you don't know. And the act of seeing is a gift. That's what people should know. Alaska, I know people who are not prophets, but they can tell you what will happen tomorrow.
And definitely to happen.
Your sorceress or your fortune tellers or so in as much as or mine you will pay moon as a form. See, I'm not careful. Let me catch us a Sam Sia na when you for. Yes, we are. The state seem to be broken because I said, well, yes, why not careful? You'll be making a lot of mistakes. And then you be a floodgate saying. Flagstar House or prophecy Fabra na ya says your prophecy detector machine na ya de be shema be detect when they go review prophecy you see these are unnecessary for me. Governance no you very serious na Ghana for nyina koma dim saade we ya kan Christian Council will chroma saying.
That's right.
The Enkebetimi aye say mon free Christian Council man kan say mon crofo no nsem hunu na ebiru mu di o social media na time because you cannot be sitting on TV and bobo Alaska be wu ache na nyame ayi akere me. Who does that? Because make us say radio yauti who are enemies.
Sure.
And you catch us Alaska be wu ache na obi koshia akwantimfi ba bi na okunwa. Oh so kan ye. Some of these things our implication as well, but you see individually, major prophecy, the prophecy, but we say we cannot highlight it to a national level.
Over Kaya, Reverend Azeko Wusu Bempase when your prophecy be the chief imam, and a cramofokoya allegation, and obepacho. Now, prophecy, your pacho.
Alaska, you see, I think that it's an area that we need to tread cautiously. Where you say the presidency has set up a department I am for prophecy one year careful and some huna man for us will go so hono o yira kwa be ho and then mate say abrante bi ye video o man panyi John Dramani Mahama baby a obi ahwehwe me oh Alaska and the president be there cry nya adwen de bu oban when all these things are coming up. Young people or tell on the tower going to come with some arrogance way be president should come and look for me. Alaska in space be na dey be bu oman no. Alaska. No, I think we cannot be giving prominence to some of these things.
I think it's our mental education, mental health.
Alaska, I think we your friends said setting that particular way for a man for submit go full big time. I think that particular thing Christian Council could have been spoken to such a mun for niama eba no mun fa kwan bi so and then okay Christian Council mom and this answer say bi ba say among us your friends are software you find a way of you betimi deal na say adena for government official then you take away the presidency from these things.
That's right.
Just take it away because when you careful you lose focus. Or China, the president will be distracted because in some man for beguswaka obi kura say vice president di bewu obi si we ba bewu enti idea ne de obi bewu kwa Alaska. I think that we need to regulate these things. Me mpese ya be gagi obi so prophecy amenka. Okay. But you see, I think the problem I want is see my culture is seeing is a gift. Communicating requires wisdom. But many of these people who have these prophecies have proven that some of them cry communicate.
Exactly.
Because you can't call me in front of a church and say ube and I make kuna menu at once. Alaska. Because it's absolute nonsense. No, what from I saw them and I said menu na me nkofi nko me no wu haya na ya Alaska. I think and it's because where we are no people are scared.
That's right.
Some of these things. I mean, some of where we are coming from, we've seen some of these things long before.
That's right.
So Alaska, you cannot scare or be with them now. But I say, and American major prophecy. I'm a Christian. I believe in some of these things, but be a could do. I think say I time. And the state should be the last institution to be giving prominence to some of these things. You understand? At the individual level, no. And I saw a man for us for more empire more. Obia at the religion, me say religion at the individual must be seen at the individual level. Na ya nkasi enya nema. If you go to the United States of America, Alaska, Trump nenam ho no. Oye Christo ni pa o.
That's right.
Oko White House every week there is a prayer team that prays for the president of America. They do Bible everything there. But how often na who know social media na se for no.
So for Penibia friends is here say topic na you treating that that's the way to go.
Alaska.
That's the way to go.
Yes. We need to, because presidency shouldn't be having anything to do with this. Presidency, so is the president going to take direction from prophecies in order to be a minor?
Everybody there be one to make a money in the whole day.
On back at you. Obi take as a president week way a real my who men pie shadam. You see, some of America just say issues of spirituality and this religion can never be eliminated by wisdom reasoning. So what jatum say wu bo manya chest out. Now let's go. Who are there never? We are saying who are you scared to die? Because I know it's something where they be see.
And rather your national chairman say Obiabewu. Bibi abesi.
Bibi abesi.
Enti wo hu nti anu ni dia.
Enne dia.
Enti anu no stop aban ni say on to be discharging the duties.
No.
Also so you am running no benya na omu.
Alaska, you must be a fool to think that you live forever.
That's right.
You must be a fool to I mean, I've worked at the hospital, Alaska. Yeah, 6 months 6 months baby. A woman saso.
6 months.
Oh, 3 months a woman saso. 10 years a woman saso. 15 years our age group I can get there was I've gone to a ward in a night you can do like mug for with me from like about 5 times. People across all age categories. So are you saying say I'm born into no more na?
That's right.
Are you saying I'm born into no more? Life is how it is. So don't be as say you know when nipa na metese ba ko say A+ baby wu obenya accident na se for Alaska. How can you sit in public? Over kika sansem way se nipa no hu na wonka ena ka wano to me kana wontimi nya hwe mfa na akwa kosisan. So you see me say prophecy, I believe in prophecy. Being young can prophet bia away hen enhye na no wo asamaka but me say yemfa nyansa nto ho na ye how to communicate because prophecy is a different thing. The sense and the wisdom to communicate it is another thing.
That's right.
Some people may have the hand of God obetime who all right, but if you don't have the wisdom to communicate, you create whole lot of situation. And uko social media, prophet day.
Prophet day.
And mahu say yetime awurawura ma atwe ba ko de na president Mahama ho ne na ko twa picture mu post o social. I think some of these things I say oman ni suro. Eba say create impression say I say people yes, I understand the situation I wo no is a bit wary. And then I say for but last I think we must be strong. Yes, we must be strong. We should not be falling for some of these because if you are not careful and you allow these people to be dictating your pace, you may not know who truly is a prophet of God.
That's right.
And now review na echo review prophecy no yakoto machines prophecy detection machine na.
I know this will be sir.
And I yakofa Moses ne Abraham no ma ba mu ye do makoshe dem a ye ba na da come on say you see say it's funny. Alaska you see baby ebedru no. The governance, the things are really going well. Look at the economy. And I think that the way Nema turned out, and President Mahama himself is being surprised with the way manner things are picking Nema Echo. Things are really working. See, I'm not careful near Lusu focus. Alaska, everything will come to ground zero.
Right.
We should not be allowing these things, prophecy this, prophecy that, prophecy in the individual. Like, what way you have a software, sorry. Meaning it will be on a software, sorry, individual level, a spiritual way at our individual level we do. But if we elevate it to the national level, never can your policy one. Alaska, one here, on my banner was as is why you have the frontline policies who prophecy in as a form. But they do in America, they do everywhere they do. But these are behind the scenes thing that they do. And the idea, remember the says letter nearby, that letter should have come from Christian Council. Let them regulate, let them deal with them. Say, okay, me no way. Yes, a prophecy in engineer, but you see, sadly, they creative fear and panic. Some of the prophecies, what national security implications. Well, okay, as a president, we will be able to have our kukuno.
That's right.
Intimacy.